Last week I told you about the best leader I ever worked for. Today I decided I want to try and help you figure out if you're accidentally being the worst. And before you think, not me, I'm not the worst, most bad leaders don't realize they're being bad leaders. A lot of times they just think they're being direct or holding their people accountable, which are both great intentions to have. But unfortunately, leadership isn't about your intentions. It's about how your stakeholders and the people you work with experience you. So let's find out. I ended up working for someone who, on paper, wasn't a bad person. They weren't straight out mean. They weren't quote unquote abusive, but their leadership broke me. It wasn't like anything big or massive. It was all small things, 1,000 tiny negative interactions that all added up. They added up to me feeling like I only mattered when they needed something from me. I never knowing if I was doing a good job because the feedback that I got was only when something was wrong. It was feeling completely micromanaged instead of trusted to do my own job. And then the worst was feeling like I needed to compete with my teammates instead of collaborating with them. Bad leadership doesn't always have to look dramatic. It can be, but it can also be small patterns repeated over and over until even your best people burn out or quit on you. And like I said, most leaders who create these negative patterns, they have no idea they're doing it until it's too late. So today I want to give you a self-audit or a self-diagnostic, if you will. 4 signals you can check this week to see if you're accidentally creating that same environment that quite literally almost destroyed me. Signal 1. Check your last 10 messages to your team. Go ahead, you can do it right now. Pull up Slack, email, Teams, whatever you use. Look at your last 10 messages to your teammates or your stakeholders. Here, I'll give you a good frame to pause on while you pull them up. All right, you back? Okay. How many messages were straight up asking for something versus acknowledging something that person did well? If it's 9 solid requests and only 1 thank you, you may be being transactional. You may be treating the people like task machines and not humans, or that may be how they feel. When people only hear from you when you need something, they start to feel like that's all they are to you. So to fix that, before the end of the day, send 1 message that just says, "Hey, stakeholder, I noticed something specific you saw them do well. Thanks, that made a difference." That's it. No ask, just positive acknowledgement. Signal 2. It's when someone brings you a problem, what is your first response? So when someone says, "Hey, we have an issue," what comes out of your mouth first? Pay attention with the next problem that gets brought to you. Is it, "What do you think we should do?" Like a more collaborative? Or is it, "Ugh, why did this happen?" Straight blame focused. Or the worst, can you just handle it? The dismissive angle. If you're leading with the, "Whoa, why?" or the, "Please just fix it," you're potentially training your people to stop bringing you problems because they won't want the reaction. And then they'll be blindsided. You'll be blindsided when things blow up later because no one told you. So the fix is the next time someone brings you a problem, just try to remember the collaborative. "Thank you for bringing this to me. Let's figure it out. What do you need from me?" And then problem solve with them, not at them. Offer guidance, assistance, advice, whatever they need. Signal 3. Who spoke last in your last meeting? Who spoke most in your last meeting? Was it you? Was it the same 2 to 3 people who always talk? If the answer is yes, you may have created an environment where people don't feel safe speaking up, either because you dominate the conversation, this is my vice, or because you've made it clear, accidentally, that only certain voices matter. So this is what I do when I catch myself doing this. Literally pause and ask, "Okay, what am I missing? What haven't we talked about? What do you need from me?" And then I wait. I let the silence do the work, and 9 times out of 10, someone else will speak. And when I listen to what they say, we fix a problem that may have been a bigger problem down the road if I hadn't just shut my big mouth. Okay, signal 4. Look at your calendar from the last week. How many one-on-one check-ins did you do with stakeholders? Not meetings about projects, not status updates, not timeline check-ins, like actual check-ins about the person. Especially if you have direct reports. Have you asked, how are you doing? What's hard right now? What do you need from me? If the answer is 0 meetings, you're managing tasks and you're not leading people. And we all know you can execute every single task perfectly and still lose your best people because they don't feel like you see them as humans. This happens with stakeholders in every aspect. Your vendors, your sponsors, whatever. So block 15 minutes this week and do one check-in with the stakeholder. Ask them, how are you really? How do you feel? What's been really hard lately? And then just listen. Don't fix, don't solve. Just listen. And I know no one has time to do that, but you're really going to make time. And that's it. 4 signals. Are your messages transactional or relational? Your response to problems being brought to you. Are you being collaborative or are you being defensive? Who speaks the most in your meetings? Everyone or just the loudest person? Is your calendar 100% task focused or is there some people focused too? And listen, most of us have shown at least one of these signals in the last week. And it was another one the week before. I've caught myself doing each of them intermittently throughout my leadership career. It doesn't make you a bad leader as long as you address it when you realize it. If you're showing all 4 signals consistently and you've been doing it for months and you're not taking any steps to improve, then yeah, you might be that leader that people are just trying to survive instead of the leader that they actually want to work with. But they're all fixable. You can do it this week. You can do it today. You can do it as soon as this video ends. Send one message. Schedule one meeting, one check-in. And if you realize that you've been unintentionally creating some of these patterns or giving off these signals and you want help fixing them, that's exactly what I teach teams to do. We work through frameworks and self-audits just like this one. We look at actual patterns of you and your team and your stakeholders and we fix them together. So if you want to talk more about that, you can email me here, Gabriella@proeventtips.com. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to the Real Talk series. I'll have a new episode every single week. So go check those 4 signals and tell me in the comments, which one surprised you? Any of them? Did you catch yourself? Are you going to fix any of them? Let me know, and I'll see you next week.